Welcome back to Inspirations, where you will find encouragement to inspire a life. This is Dana Susan Beasley of AngelArts.biz, and I am very glad that you have joined me. So today I'm continuing on talking about love because, of course, Valentine's Day is right around the corner. So I will start with reading from Scripture, and we're on 1 Corinthians 13:8. Love never fails, but if there are gifts of prophecy, they will be done away. If there are tongues, they will cease. If there is knowledge, it will be done away. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part. But when the perfect comes, the partial will be done away. So our love for our significant others, our spouses, that's a picture of the love that will occur between God and His bride, between the bridegroom, between Jesus and His church. And so it's a mirror. And yes, marriage will be done away with in the end. But until then, we have this beautiful picture. And we must do our best to reflect the glory and the love of Jesus Christ, who came down for us and gave Himself for us so that we could spend eternity with Him. And you could replace love here in this passage with the word Jesus. And it's an interesting thing to do. It will really help it to come into focus. So, love is never going to fail. Sometimes life is scary. Sometimes we get mad at our significant others, at our spouses. But it's never going to fail because God's love is never going to fail. That's what we can count on. And that's very comforting. And so, to continue on our little talk about the practicalities of love and what you can do during Valentine's Day to rekindle that love, I will give you some practical ideas. So, here we go. Remember back on the days you and your spouse fell in love. Read old diaries if you have them. If not, write down the circumstances of how you met and how you came to love this special person in your life. When I think back to a day in 1995, December 2nd, when I met my husband on a blind date in a castle. And I think back to that moment when I looked up and I saw this gentleman coming down the stairs dressed in a tux, and he looked tall and handsome to me, and I thought to myself, why can't I ever meet a handsome man like that? And a few seconds later, he was asking me, Dana? And there he was. And that was this very, very special moment, the moment that we met, all dressed up in a castle at the Christmas magical feast. And yes, I kept copious notes of that time. And I can go back and read those. And look at those pictures that remind me of how grateful I was that I had met this man. I felt like Cinderella and meeting her Prince Charming. It was an incredible time. So remembering the circumstances that you met your spouse in will help you rekindle that flame that you had. And then here's the other idea. Send love notes to your spouse. Leave one in the fridge, tuck one in a briefcase, hide one in a lunchbox. Writing a love note will ignite those romantic feelings in you and show your spouse how much you care about them. Then your spouse will most likely be touched and respond affectionately. This is a very good reminder for all of us, including me. And by the way, we actually sell very, very romantic looking love notes, and you can find that information in the info section. So check it out and see all the other kind of love note ideas or products that we have that would facilitate that if you're interested. So, thank you for listening, and as usual, I will leave you with my favorite blessing. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance on you and give you peace. This is Dana Susan Beasley of AngelArts.biz. I will see you tomorrow.